We find in our industry that we often overlook key window performance results when evaluating ENERGY STAR ratings. While it is great that ENERGY STAR continues to push the envelope for improved thermal values, ENERGY STAR performance labels nearly ignore the most important performance factor in windows: air infiltration. For example, would you consider windows for your home that have so much air infiltration that there would be a total air exchange in the home every 2 hours? Are you willing to increase your window budget 25% or more to meet the new ENERGY STAR standard while watching your curtains blow in the wind? We didn't think so. But that's what you could be buying if you don't know the rest of the story. When ENERGY STAR added windows and doors to their program in 1998, consumers were given the opportunity to compare U-value performance between window manufacturers. The term U-value is unique to the window and door industry and is not fully understood. So we have converted the following U-value numbers to R-values as a better illustration of window performance. The R-value requirement for ENERGY STAR windows and doors in early 2023 was 3.7. In October 2023, ENERGY STAR 7.0 was adopted and now requires an R-value of 4.5. While this is less than one R-value point improvement, it is enough of an improvement that triple glazing costs will typically be incurred to meet the new standard. As you can see, the R-values of windows are not very high when compared to the R-values of a wall or attic. Yet the investment needed for one extra R-value point is significant. The reality is that window R-values, or in this case U-values, should not be a determining factor when choosing a quality window or door. It's important to understand that the U-value of a window is not affected by the amount of air infiltration a window has. People are shocked to learn that the U-value of a window won't change even if all the weather stripping were to be removed from the window or if the window was left open. Over the years since the inception of ENERGY STAR, the thermal requirements have become more stringent. However, the requirements for better air infiltration rates have never been improved. U-value ratings are the least important window and door performance factor to consider when evaluating overall performance. And yet, that's the industry's main focus when comparing ENERGY STAR performance labels. It's time to start telling the rest of the story about window performance. The most important performance criteria to compare when evaluating windows and doors is air infiltration. Air infiltration is that cold draft that's felt coming through the windows and is a major reason why most people want to replace their windows. This is an area of performance that varies greatly among window companies and can make a noticeable difference in utility bills and comfort. Current ENERGY STAR requirements for air infiltration is a simple pass or fail requirement. The passing grade is 0.30 cubic feet per minute of air leakage per square foot. For example, a 6x5 window that meets the ENERGY STAR minimum air infiltration loss would leak so much that it would exchange all the air in a typical size bedroom in about 2 hours. Investing in triple glazing with better U-values would not be very wise if the windows still leaked this much air. It would be like spending extra money for superior wall insulation, but then poking holes in the wall to let the air in. ENERGY STAR does not allow window manufacturers to publish actual tested air infiltration values on the ENERGY STAR label. Thus, true performance comparisons between window companies cannot be viewed. Gerkin's air infiltration results set the bar very high for others to compete with, so we want everyone to see the high performance value we offer. We outperform ENERGY STAR standards by 750% with our horizontal sliders and by 1,500% with our casements. This is a fact that consumers should be able to easily see when comparing window performance on ENERGY STAR labels. Consumers are being led to focus on U-value and solar heat gain values that have more to do with glass type and frame material than actual window quality and performance. The information shown on Energy Star labels leads consumers into thinking that all windows that meet Energy Star minimum performance standards are created equal. Without being able to use actual air infiltration numbers, consumers may purchase lower performing, leaky windows without knowing it. At Gerkin, we concentrate on overall window performance. There's a lot more to know about window performance than U value and solar heat gain. Better U values help to restrict the heat from leaving the building through the window frame and glass material. And solar heat gain performance can help determine the amount of heat absorbed by sunlight coming in through the glass and warming a room. These values are important, but they're only a part of what needs to be evaluated when determining the quality and overall performance of a window. What makes a better window is the structural makeup and design of the window. This will determine how airtight and watertight a window can be. While most windows have been tested for air infiltration, very few window companies publish their results because either they're not proud of them or they don't consider that a selling point for their windows. Here's a simple method to describe how air infiltration works. If you were to take a 12 by 12 by 8 foot room and put a 6 by 5 foot window in that room, we can easily calculate the amount of air loss through the window and how long it would take to exchange all of the air in the room due to the air infiltration of that window. With a window that meets the Energy Star minimum air infiltration standard of 0.30, there would be enough air infiltration to exchange all the air in the room every 2.1 hours. And that does not include any other air infiltration areas. That's only the window. This means that your heating or cooling unit has to recondition that air again to reach the desired temperature every 2.1 hours. Let's compare this rate to a Gerkin high-performing horizontal slider, which for most manufacturers is their lowest performing window. Our slider touts an incredible 0.04 air infiltration rating. At 0.04, it'll take 16 hours to exchange all the air in the room, not 2.1 hours like Energy Star's minimum standard. Our casement windows are rated at a 0.02, which will take 32 hours to exchange the air in the room. Notice on the chart that the closer the measurement of a window gets to 0, the time it takes for the air to completely exchange with the outside air is greatly magnified. This is the time when you need to look at your window budget and make a long-term energy efficiency decision and consider the advantages of Gerkin windows with lower air infiltration rates. So why is Gerkin better at air infiltration? How do we achieve air infiltration ratings 750 to 1,500% better than Energy Star's minimum standard? First of all, we design windows that are built for performance. Some window manufacturers choose to advertise their beauty and not their performance and durability. Gerkin came from a commercial window background, so we're used to having high-performing windows with structural integrity in the product. We decided to design our own line of window and door products in order to maintain the product performance and quality we've always been dedicated to. Due to poor structural integrity in most residential windows, a 25-mile-per-hour wind will create sash deflections and disconnections of weather stripping, thus allowing excessive air infiltration and cold, uncomfortable drafts. We developed a process that allowed us to create a vinyl window with structural integrity by adding extruded aluminum structure into multiple locations of the windows where deflection was possible. This creates a structure similar to an aluminum window with the warmth of vinyl. Utilizing this process and strategically placing quality weather stripping where needed allows our windows to remain connected to the weather stripping in adverse conditions. It doesn't matter how much weather stripping a window has or where it's located unless it can stay connected during windy conditions. We use insulating air chambers around the aluminum stiffeners, allowing our windows to have the structural integrity needed combined with the ability to be thermally efficient. Window performance needs to be evaluated in 4 basic areas: air infiltration, thermal efficiency, structural integrity, and resistance to water. Gerkin windows are designed to excel in all of these areas. For long-term value and savings, settle for nothing less than the best. Gerkin Windows and Doors.